Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today I'm here with the talented Tia McGraff. How are you doing?
Hi, Donna. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's been a while. It's been a minute, as they say in this day and age. But yeah, it's good
Oh,
to see you again.
yeah. We're keeping on, girl.
That's it. Well, so for the audience that hasn't met you before, you want to tell who is Tia McGraff?
Well, I'm a Canadian Americana folk positive inspirational singer-songwriter. Grew up on the North Shore of Lake Erie, up here in Ontario, Canada. I moved to Nashville and to pursue my songwriting, and met my wonderful husband, Tommy Parham, who had moved there from Los Angeles via Colorado. And we started writing together, and um, then broke our rule of never date your co-writer. And we got married, and we started touring all over the States and Canada and the UK together, and just having a wonderful, beautiful life. And we decided when we got married to relocate back to Ontario because my family's here, and my mom was having a few health issues at the time, and still is. And so we just, we're based here, and everything's been great. Then the pandemic hit, and so Tia McGraff is reinventing her life, and with Tommy Parham.
Oh, well, that's beautiful. And I love that you broke the rule of not just dating, but now marrying your co-writer because yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
awesome music the
Little,
two of you have been creating. So
thank you. And little did we know, wow, like we were talking the other day about, how challenging and great it was that our marriage and our relationship could survive even being on the road together, traveling, around,
yeah.
being husband wife duo, let alone surviving the pandemic together, and now post pandemic together. And so but it's brought us closer together every step of the way. We just discover new things about each other and about our music, and our passion for what we're doing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the travel part is big because I mean, we have an RV and we go 6 months out of the year, usually to the West Coast area from Florida. And I'll tell you, there are times where it's like you just get into stupid arguments. Sometimes you're like, okay, just walk away, take
Yeah.
a breath, because you're like this tiny home all the time. You're with this person all the time. Granted, we work separately, so that's kind of the advantage there. But
Yeah.
so sometimes it's just that you're together too much that you just have those stupid arguments and you just have
Yeah.
to refocus and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our dream though, Donna. What you guys are doing too is to get an RV and travel and across. Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds exciting.
absolutely. Yeah, that's the only advantage I can say to having a remote day job that provides that,
Yeah,
all that not driving to work and it's amazing how much I didn't realize until I stopped driving to work how much money I saved. I was like, holy cow, like
yeah, right.
yeah.
And I think there's more and more people who are opting for that lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
living in RVs or living the more mobile,
Yeah.
nomadic lifestyle, right? They're because it's
Mm-hmm.
the price of houses and the price of utilities and everything,
Yeah.
and the stress of keeping everything up.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming more and more popular to do that, and we've been discussing that ourselves. What's our next step is, maybe we will get an RV. Maybe we'll get, a setup for so we can take our dogs with us now this time, and
Yes.
when we get back out there. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can do a tour from the RV then, you find
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. The storage space is a good thing. So recommendations, make sure you have the bottom big storage because I know you have guitars and things like that. So yeah, just that's my advice from what I've heard from other people.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Good to know.
oh, so we have some new things coming out here. I know that you have some new music off of your EP with Love.
Mhm.
Sometimes Love's Like That. That just came out.
Donna, when is the last time? Was it the first single that we were having our last chat? Was that Go Your Own Way? I think it
Yes.
was, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
goodness gracious. So yeah, so Sometimes Love's Like That just came out. I think it's the third single from the EP.
Mhm.
Um, and it's beautiful. Like for those of you who have followed us, Tommy and I don't write a lot of love songs. We write a lot of story songs about other people or whatever, but this was a love song, and really it was about young love, thinking back to first love, and so we wrote the song and recorded it and put it on this EP, and right now we're just getting so much response to it that I said to Tommy, we've got to write another love song. So yeah, it's being well received, and I'm hoping and envisioning that we can get it in a film, a big film of
Yeah.
some kind as well.
Wow. That would be awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful song. Absolutely
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you.
So, so also I'm going to mention this on air again. I know I said this before. Congratulations on your Hollywood Independent Music Award. That's definitely an achievement for any indie artist, no matter who you are. So,
Yeah,
congrats.
absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I see that we're nominated for 4 International Singer-Songwriter Awards in August,
Hmm.
Issa. So, and we have our great promoter, Michael Stover, has been working so hard. And you and I were chatting before the meeting about, personal family things that are going on. So right now we're juggling family health issues. Tommy's just lost his brother, and and my mom's has onset dementia. So for anyone listening today, we're grieving. We are artists who grieve like you do, and life is hard to keep on juggling things while you're grieving and dealing with family issues. But we are so blessed that we have people like Michael working for us who just picks up the ball. All I have to do is say, Michael, I can't do this today, or I can do this, and he reschedules. So, and thank you, Donna, for rescheduling this a number of times for me. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. I totally understand what it's like to have a family and issues and things like that. And, you know, as well as, work and everything else. So, I mean, like trying to just juggle everything, I think,
Yeah.
as women and even as individuals, not even just women, there are men that do the same thing. But,
Hmm.
I think we just have to wear so many hats, and sometimes that's what life is, just juggling and moving things around and, prioritizing. That's
Yeah, and understanding other people's
Mhm.
positions too, right? Like
Yes, ma'am.
like being more respectful and more tolerant, more patient with everyone else's schedule too,
Yes.
because these are different days now where people are, everything changes minute by minute for
Mhm.
people, and so it's a domino effect kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And growing up with my own health issues, there were times where I had to cancel important things or I've had to miss important events because of my own health. And, I feel bad and, make sure I send my cards or whatever, etc., things like that. But, there's just sometimes that, you just got to take that time and make sure that you yourself and other people around you are healthy and
That's
well.
right.
And yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got it.
yeah. I think we learned some of that from the pandemic, a little bit at least, how to self-care, right?
Yeah, and um that things don't aren't as big as we used to make them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, um,
Hmm.
something happens, and instead of going, oh, it's the end of the world, like I have this nomination or I have this deadline or whatever. It's like, really? Like I have my my little book that I write in every day. And so I started highlighting, when I get something done that I want to accomplish. And every day I find my list is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And now I'm going, instead of 25 things, I'm going, okay, I have one thing today, you know, and that's okay. Make that one thing great and enjoy it with passion, and then move on to the next thing. Instead of making a list of 25 things and then you do each one and by the end of the day you're exhausted and dreading everything. And I think the pandemic taught me that, just to sit down, be still, and focus on the things that really are important and prioritize.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, amidst all the chaos that is life, what else is happening in your world today? Musically, some good stuff happening?
Musically, great things. We are, as you mentioned, our Sometimes Loves Like That is out there. We're getting a lot of great feedback with that. We're starting to get out there live gigs.
Yeah.
And we're doing it a bit different. Like I said, Tommy and I used to be out everywhere, States, Canada, UK. Right now we're booking things more locally, and it's really cool because we're getting calls for more fundraising events, helping our community more. We are starting to branch out a little bit and go, get our tour van fired up and tuned up and everything, wheel bearings looked at. But we're not in a hurry to just start gunning and running on those 3 and 4 week tours anymore. We're starting more locally and going to branch out gradually, and looking forward to some conferences and award shows and things like that coming up later on in the summer and the fall.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sounds great. We have some new questions if you'd like to do, we have 13 crazy questions now.
Okay.
And I promise, I don't think there's anything on here that we can get arrested for, unlike the last one. So yeah, I think it's just some silly funness now.
I love the number 13. It's my lucky number. It's my birthday, and 13 is my lucky number. So
awesome. Well, so tell me, what's the best excuse for being late that you've ever heard or used?
For being late. That's a tough one. Oh my gosh. Can we pass on that one?
Yeah, we can pass on that one. Yeah, we can come back.
Okay.
If you and this is nothing. If everyone actually does have a pet parrot, just FYI, this is just fun. If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say?
Show me the money.
So I know we're not all in the partying years, but if there was one band or musician you could party with, who would it be?
One band or musician?
Yes.
Could it be an artist? Could it be, like Dolly Parton?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
That would be my level of partying too.
Dolly Parton.
Okay, finish this next line. Today, my favorite song is.
Today, my favorite song is the one that Tommy and I are going to write. The new one we're going to write. The next one we're going to write.
That I love. Okay, so this is a hot topic. Should the toilet paper hang over or under?
I like over.
Me too.
Yeah, a under is kind of like, and then over is just like, especially at night in the dark,
Right. You just want to, you don't want to try to find the toilet paper. It's just be there.
Then it ends up on the floor and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
Oh gosh, peace. Oh, just peace right now. I think lifetime support of peace for the entire world.
I'm in for that too. Do you believe in aliens or unicorns?
I believe in aliens, unicorns. Yes, I do on a different. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Good. Me too.
Yep.
I always used to joke and say, if you can believe in Santa for 8 or 9 years or 10, I think you could believe in a lot more things.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So if you were the ruler of the world, who would be your top advisor?
Well, Jesus, of course. Earthly advisor, my dad. My
Oh,
dad, he never gets it wrong. He's always straight shooter, and you can relate to this because you and I were just talking about Alzheimer's, and so my mom has dementia, and my dad's so busy trying to take care of her and everything, and I'm trying to help him. And I try to still grab those little, he used to manage me when I first started singing. So I still try to grab those brief little questions that I can say, hey, Dad, what do you think about this? And I know it makes him feel good. It breaks him away from his what he's dealing with right now and everything. And I still need that. You never outgrow your dad's advice on the world, I think.
absolutely.
Mhm.
So if you were arrested, what would you be arrested for?
Stealing puppies out of the pound, breaking into the pound and stealing puppies.
I'll be sitting next to you. I'll be doing the same thing with you. What's one podcast you'd love to be a guest on?
um, Yours, of course, which I've been blessed to be on a couple
Oh,
times now. Yes. And Michelle Obama's.
oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I would love that.
So tell me, what is the strangest thing in your fridge?
Um, Pickled tomatoes. Have you ever had pickled tomatoes?
Uh, Not just tomatoes. I've done like pickled onions, tomatoes, like a cucumber salad type of pickling. So I'm kind of curious now on this pickled tomato.
Yeah. So our little grocery store down here, we got this little mom and pop grocery store. It's just amazing. And there's this local, like we're in farmland. So there's this local farmer who does all these wonderful pickles. I mean, my grandmother did her pickles that were the best ever, but these are like next to grandma's. And so the one day I'm in there, and in the grocery cart, they have the bargain bin, and they've got these pickled green tomatoes. I thought, these look good. So I brought a jar home, and I broke into them. I went back and cleaned out the entire cart. They're the best things ever, these pickled green tomatoes. So if anyone makes pickled green tomatoes, send Donna and me the recipe, please. I'd love to can these at home.
Absolutely. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, well, if I get to Ontario, you're just going to have to show me where this is, or we're going to just have a moment where we do a live feed with some green pickled tomatoes because, yeah, it just sounds
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good.
So tell me something on your bucket list.
Well, Tommy and I want to get an RV like we were talking about, and I really seriously want to do that this summer if possible, so we can just I'm working on my next children's book as well.
Yeah.
So I want to set up a tour, maybe starting across Canada. Tommy he's from Colorado. He really wants to see the Rockies up in British Columbia and the Canadian Rockies. So if we could travel across Canada with the dogs and with the cat in our RV, doing the book tour, making music, even if we spent 6 months doing it, that would be just, yeah, that'd be the cat's pajamas right there.
Absolutely. And, the Canadian Rockies, I so when I get there between Lake Louise and all
Oh
those
yeah,
awesome places, oh,
yeah,
yeah, that is,
yeah.
that
I
is
was
on
out
my
to.
bucket list too.
It's beautiful, and they're very rugged. The Colorado Rockies are beautiful, and these are just more jagged, more
Yeah.
higher and everything. Yeah.
Beautiful. I think we're gonna have to make sure we stay in closer contact so we can, follow each other's travels in general.
We'll convoy it.
That's
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to start a convoy of music even, and do like different stops. It'll be like a traveling music
Crazy
stop.
women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy women tour. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So tell me one place where we would have to get food in Ontario there? Like, what's that one place that if I was there and I could only have one meal, where should I go?
Oh, interesting. Um, in Ontario. Okay. Um, Perch is a big thing here. They get the Lake Erie perch out of the
Yeah.
lake. Fishermen catch it, and there's a couple great places in the area. One is called the Erie Beach Restaurant in Port Dover, and they serve these wonderful little side salads and everything with it. And so that's perch is really awesome. I would recommend that.
Okay, perfect. So I'm in. I'm telling you, I'm going to start this whole thing about food, and I'm just going to just create the second Crazy Women food part because, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tommy's Spanish, Native American background
Yeah.
from Colorado. So he loves his tacos. So one day we were joking around, maybe we'll just open up a food truck or something. And I said, we'll make perch tacos, put our backgrounds together and he said, well, that's kind of an interesting idea. So you never know. Maybe who knows?
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so what else? Do we want to go back to the excuse for being late, or should I come up with a better question?
I just
I could come up with something better, like,
hmm.
actually, you know what? Tell me about this new book that you're doing. Can you talk about that at all yet or not?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Donna. So my first Jake the Road Dog book was written for middle grade, about our rescue shelter dog from Nashville. His name was Jake. He was a husky Australian Shepherd cross. And when we were living in Nashville, Tommy and I adopted him from the shelter. We started taking him on the road with us. He was so broken when we brought him home that he wouldn't eat. He wouldn't wag his tail. And we just loved on him. And he just became the most beautiful traveling dog. And he went everywhere with us. And so I wrote my book about him. And it has inspired me to write the next one, which Jake has more adventures on the road, meets more friends, makes more friends. But his older brother, Bogey, is now aging. And I believe since the pandemic and everything that children had to grow up so much quicker. So where middle-aged grade, like 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 children were a couple of years ago or 5 years ago, now you you almost have to give them more mature things, right? And one of the things is grieving, like they've had, and so in this Jake book, I'm going to have Jake has to learn how to grieve, and he grieves, and hopefully through that it will help some children with their grieving process, whether it be grandparents or whatever. But then there's also some beautiful things where he meets other friends and does some heroic things, and he's also dreaming, like he's in his dreams. He because I know dogs dream, and so in his dreams he works things out and he sees things and that help him in life as well. And because I know children's dreams are so important. When I was a little girl and had my dreams, I still think about those dreams and how important they were to my growth, and things that maybe you saw when you were a child, and just you carry forward into your adult years as well. So to encourage kids to dream. This is a harsh world we're in, and I think children need to be encouraged to keep dreaming at the same time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm definitely excited for your new book to come out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I put music in it as well. We're putting some new songs. I put 3 in the last one.
Mhm.
And so I've got some new ones that we're putting in this book as well.
So awesome. Oh, it has been a pleasure having you today, and I'm so glad that we got to catch up a bit.
Thank you,
Oh,
Donna.
well, and again, you are welcome back anytime. And make sure everyone you go follow all of our socials. Make sure you follow, it'll all be in the description. You can go to tiamcgraff.com. I have the links for all that. So that way we can keep in contact and follow. Obviously, when she gets the RV, any of you RVers out there, you have tips, you can always send them to me and her.
Please. Yes.
Because I always love to learn new things as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Tell us some things not to make sure that we stay away from when we're buying our RV. We have 2 big dogs and a cat and guitars. And we've already talked, Donna, we're going to travel over the Rockies. So we need something that's going to be powerful enough to do that, but yet save gas at the same time, right?
Right. And I think travel wise, I think I have to admit I've owned a gas RV, so I would probably say a diesel based on driving the Colorado Rockies with mine.
Yeah.
We went up, I think it was called Wolf's Pass. I'm not sure what it was called. Anyway, something like that. And
Monarch Pass? Did you do the Monarch Pass?
No, I think it's called Wolf's Pass in Colorado. And what it is the one area goes up through the Rockies. Mm-hmm. But like I could tell by the time we got to the top of the mountain, there's like a pull off that you can pull over, which is used by a lot of truckers and things. And I'm like, yeah, we had to use that.
Oh, wow.
Because I could feel the RV was almost overheating and things like that. So it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well understood. Good learning experience too. And
thank you for that. Okay, cool.
Yes. So I would say I would probably suggest a diesel. Just if you're doing lots of mountainous,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Good to know.
Oh. So we can catch you local in Ontario there, right? If anyone's in the area to catch you playing, you and Tommy.
Yeah, please go to our website, tiamcgraff.com, and I'm keeping up our gigs. And we've got some in Ontario, working on a few in the States for probably the fall. We're working on those. And like I mentioned, some award shows, we're still waiting to hear back from those. But if those happen, that would be on our website as well. Also, we have a podcast show. Our last one was at Christmas time, and we were going to do one for Easter, and then we had some family issues. So we are planning on our next podcast show, and it's called Jake's Place Songs and Tales, and you can find that on our website as well.
Absolutely.
So please buy our music, buy our books. It all helps. We keep it going forward and keep it going into our new songs and our new books and everything. And we have 2 different performance styles that we do. We do our concerts, our songwriter concerts, but we also do our children's events called Songs and Tales, TAILS. And so we've been into like the Niagara Falls Public Library. We go into bookstores, schools where we sing some songs, and I do an author reading as well. Or we can do virtually. Some people are still choosing to line up virtual concerts or virtual programs for their schools. And we'd love to do those as well. We're all set up for those.
That would be awesome. We could try to get you in some of the schools, say even here in Florida. That would be awesome.
Would love to. We were down performing at the Bluebird Cafe last year, and there was a lady there from upstate New York, I think. And so she arranged for us to perform for her son in his school. And it was just so beautiful. And we did it virtually, and it was great. And we did a little bit of songwriting workshop with it. So the kids had a takeaway and were encouraged to go write their own song about being a superhero or who's your favorite superhero. And it was just wonderful. So we're always loving those opportunities.
That was awesome. And you do so much to give back like that. It's great to see that too, to get other kids inspired. And
right. Like we're talking about the dreams, right? The dreaming. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us for another episode. Make sure you go check out all the links below and check out Tia McGraff's website and follow all of the adventures. Make sure you don't miss Jake the road dog at all. And we will see you next time here on Crazy Women Country. Have a great day, friends. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.